Hi, Stina. Can you hear me? Hello, Lisa. Can you hear me? Hello, Lisa. Lisa. Hi, good morning, everyone. Hi, Lisa. Can you hear me? I can see if I use again the wrong one. Hi, everyone. As everyone can see my screen, I'm Miss Lisa, Miss Sina. Can you hear me? Yes, great. So first thing, I'm Danny. I will be your software trainer today, and I will be representing you the Aladdin CMMS software. And if you have any question related to CMS software, after the demo, I'll be answering all your questions and queries in related to operation and in terms of using the software to solve your challenges. So the first thing that I want to inform you is who is SGE first and what are the things that SGE works on. Okay, so first thing is SGE is a multidisciplinary company that has a three business line in terms of inspection, software, and land development. So in terms of inspection, we are doing inspection here in Dubai in multiple parts of MENA countries and MENA region. Second, we are doing also a software, which is the, as you know, which is the Aladdin CMMS software. This Aladdin CMS softwares are tools to use to do our maintenance and tracking of our tasks in terms of preventative maintenance, corrective maintenance, and multiple tasks that we have. Then the third one will be the land development. So we have one compound in Saudi Arabia, which is 89 million dirham, worth of 89 million dirham. And for that one, so I'm just practicing, guys, huh? Because there's no attendees. So I'm just telling you, I'm just continuing. I will not continue this if there's no attendance after some minutes. So yeah. So okay, I think there's already one. There's one, another one, which is organizer. SGA Group International organizer. So Sina, did you join or this is Faryal? Anyway, guys, everyone can see your question because you're putting it in question. Put it in chat. Oh, Mr. Andrew. Okay, it's Mr. Andrew. So as of now, we don't have any attendees in terms of the client or who registered it. But anyway, I'll just continue it in this way. So fine. Okay. As I said, SGE is composed of three business lines. So we have an inspection, which is the SGE Asset Lifecycle Management in terms of our building inspections and software, which is in Aladdin, and the other one is the land development. So from this, we have multiple services that we are giving. First, we can multiple business in terms of our inspection. We are giving you like building inspection and like building condition audit, reserve fund study, the statement cost assessment of your building. Then we have also for our software, which is the Aladdin software, we are giving you like a subcontractor management, a client management itself, the physical reconciliation of your assets, and even tracking of the main point is the maintenance management software. So the third business line that we have, as I said, is the land development, and we are also giving a different kind of services for this one. So we are giving like a gap analysis and benchmarking if you have any issues in your companies, and that's it. So if you want to read more about SGE and about Aladdin software, you can visit our website, which is you can see at the upper left corner of our screen, which is aladdinme.com. So from here, I will be starting now. What is Aladdin and what are the things that can Aladdin do in terms of solving your challenges in terms of maintenance? So the first thing that you will have, so because in each company, in each database that you will have your own dedicated link. So for this, if for Ramada Hotel, you will have your own URL link. So it's dedicated for you, and we are using a cloud software. So the first thing, you don't need to install anything at all in terms of installation. Okay, so we will be giving you a cloud server that is dedicated for your company, and for this you will have your own data that is separated with other clients that we have in Dutch. Okay, so first thing, once you have your own URL, the first thing that you will have is what we call a username and password. So this username and password created by what we call a super admin. So before I go to the software features, the first thing that you need to know is what are the application and the type of users that we have in Aladdin. First is what are the type of application. So we have two applications. So one is the web application that you can see in the screen right now, and a mobile application just to do your work and for more flexibility. Later on, I will be discussing this one in detail. And if you have any question, as I said from the beginning, you can ask it after the demo. Okay. So first thing we have in terms of the users, we have 3 or 4 types of users that we can use in Aladdin software. The first type is what we call the super admin account. So what is the super admin account? The super admin account is for the IT personnel. Okay. So what is the super admin does is they are the one who's controlling all the permission, creating all the users, and giving them permission in terms of the features of the software. Just an example, you can only access this specific module. You can only give an add option or even an edit. You cannot edit or you cannot delete. So those kind of permission was given in the super admin account. Okay. So this is the top level Aladdin software demo. So what I will be giving you is only the key features that you will see or you will find inside the software. Okay. So the first thing, as I said, is what we have is a super admin account. So super admin account is the one who's controlling all the permission and access of each user. Then the second is what we call a normal admin account. Okay, so the normal admin account is the main user of the maintenance management software. For this maintenance management software, so as you can see, when you try to log in, you will just put your company. So you can have multiple company also in one database that we have. For this, you can put your email and your password, and the same as the other social media accounts, you can put sign in, stay signed in, forget your password, and just click login. Once you log in, you will be redirected to our main user interface. So the first thing that you will see inside the screen depends on your permission will be your dashboard. So your dashboard will contains different KPI that will let you know what are things that happening in your system currently. Okay. For this, you can see that I will have multiple graph. I will have multiple number in this cell. So this will take you or immediately gives you the information of your maintenance status. Okay. Second is in this user interface, I will divide it into 3 parts so that I can easily rely on the information of what are those things. So first is what we call a sidebar. The sidebar contains all the modules of our Aladdin software. Okay, so the sidebar contains the dashboard module, work order module, PPM, scheduling, asset, personnel, inventory reports, and the help module. The second part is what we call the detail page. So the detail page contains all the information related to that specific selected module. Okay, the third part will be the user information. So from here, you can see the person, and if you just click this one, you can have you can edit your profile and you can even change your password. Okay, so from here this point, this is the 3 major parts of the Aladdin software. First thing, as I said, this will be used by the normal admin user. Danny, you told me that you have 4 types of user. One is super admin. The second one is the normal admin user, which is the main users of the CMMS software. And what is the third and fourth one? The third user is what we call the technician user, or what we call crew users. The crew users are the one who's using the mobile application only. So what is the mobile application, which is I showed you a while ago? So this is the mobile application user interface. This will be used by your on-site people who's doing the maintenance, which I will detailedly discuss later on. And the fourth user that what we call is what we call a requester user. Who are the requester user? They are the one who's sending the complaints. Okay, so these are the end users who's just sending the complaints. What are the maintenance that they found that needs to be done by the maintenance department? So those are the 4 users that we have in Aladdin software. As I said, the main user will be the normal admin. So the normal admin user can have multiple types of permission, depends on the super admin account. As said, if I want to give you a specific feature or specific module only, you will have that specific module. Okay. So now we can now start to do or to have the demo of our Aladdin software, so that it's easy for us to understand how we can use the Aladdin and how we can implement Aladdin software from the very beginning. I create a small presentation that will show you what are the different group in terms of our modules. Okay, so the first thing is, as you can see, these are the modules that we have in the sidebar. Okay, the asset module, inventory, personal, work request, etc. For this, I grouped it in different manner. First is what we call the data modules. As we know, there's no software that will work until we give them a master data. So these are the master data that we need to input in our software before we can utilize and use our CMMS software, which is more on, as I said, maintenance management system. Okay. So the first group is the data modules, which compose all the master data, including the asset module, inventory, and personnel. The asset module should have all the list of your equipments that needs to be tracked and maintained inside your software. The second thing is the inventory module. The inventory module contains all the spare parts, consumables, type of services that you will be using to maintain your assets. So mainly these are the items or inventory items that you will use. The third thing is what we call the personnel. The personnel is who will be working on your maintenance to do on site. So this will contain all the personnel, either it will be an in-house personnel or it's an outsourced personnel. Okay, so these are the three data masters that we require to put inside the software so that we can start using the CMMS. So for this, once we put all the data modules, we have the second group module, which is what we call O&M modules, which is the operation and maintenance module. The operation and maintenance module composed of the work request module, work order, PPM, and the scheduling. So from here, you can see that there will be two parts within it. First is what we call the unplanned maintenance. Unplanned maintenance are the maintenance that are coming from a request or the things that is not functioning in the right way, and we need to fix it in the right manner or immediately. So we have an unplanned maintenance, and the second part, which is the planned maintenance, which is what we call the PPM module. Okay, so PPM is the planned preventative maintenance, and I will be discussing this one more in detail later on. Okay, so from here, as you can see, that we have the third group module, which is the reporting modules. The reporting modules will give you a very brief information in terms of what's happening in your system, which I just showed you a while ago, which is the dashboard module. The second part is the report module, which, as we know, any software should have like an output in terms of anything that we input inside the system. So what I mean is anything that we input should have an output. So means if I need to know what is the condition of my asset, how much my maintenance costs, how many preventative maintenance I have done within this month, all those kind of things should be included in our report module and should have an capability to export it. Okay. Then the last module that we have is what we call the help module. The help module will only help the users, or it will be used to check all the manuals. So means if you have a new personnel or a new guy that will be using the CMMS software, either you will have a training or you can just give him the manuals that will be available in our software. Okay, so these are the four group modules that we have. As I said, this will be also the same pattern that we will be having our demo. So first thing, we need to tackle about the data modules. The data modules consist of the asset, inventory, and personnel. The first thing is the asset. So I'll go to the asset module. Okay, so the asset module contains our equipment, machineries that needs to be maintained and tracked. So from this, as the first thing that we have is the asset list. Now, Danny, what are the information I can add in your asset? Okay, so first thing that this thing is, what are the permission that you can have for each module and feature that we have inside the software? As I said, the one who's controlling that one is the super admin. So in the super admin account, for each module and features that you can see inside the software, you have 4 levels of permission that you can give for each users or normal admin user. First is the add, view, edit, and delete permission. So means these are the 4 level permission that we can give to any user that we have inside the software. Okay, so first thing, example, okay, Danny, you will have all the permission because you're the maintenance manager. Okay, Miss Lisa, you will be our coordinator, so you will have only dashboard and work order module. But in the work order module, you will not have the delete option. Those kind of permission can be handled by the super admin. And in that way, we will also give the information in regards on that level of permission. So first thing is the add permission. So in the add permission is how many ways do we have to add an asset, a new asset? Okay, we have two ways how to add an asset. First, we can add it as one by one. As you can see at the top right corner, you can have the add button, or you can upload it in bulk. So means even though you have 30,000, 50,000, or even 100,000 asset, you can upload it at once. Okay. So now, Danny, do we have any limitation in number of assets? No. Aladdin software is giving you unlimited data. So not only in the asset module, but everywhere. Okay, so I'll be showing you what I'm saying later stage in terms of unlimited data. Okay, so the first thing is the add option. Add option, you can add one by one by clicking this add button, and you will be redirected to a new user interface which shows you the information that you can add for each equipment that you have. Okay, so first thing is the asset number. The asset numbers compose, this is the unique number or unique code for each equipment that you have. So even though you have 10 equipment that are the same, the asset number will be different. And when you add an asset number, it will automatically generate a QR code. Danny, why do we need a QR code? Okay, because our software also gives you the capability to do your own asset tagging. So if you want to tag all your equipment and put a sticker on it with the QR code corresponding to that specific equipment, you can do it on your own using our software. How to do it? I'll discuss it to you later on. Okay, so the first thing, as I said, the first important information that we need to add for each equipment will be the asset number or the asset code. This is the unique identifier for those equipment that we have in our site or in our company. Second thing, we have the asset name. So I'll just keep it simple. So I'll just put this one as a chair. Okay, so asset name will be chair. I have a parent asset, which means I can do also a hierarchy of asset list. So means if I need to have a hierarchy, if you're in manufacturing industry, you will have a big equipment and each equipment will have a sub assets, what we call. So you have also the capability of adding a sub asset in your asset list. Danny, do we have limitation in terms of sub asset level? Nope. You have unlimited ways how you can build your asset list. And as a consultant, we will not only give you the software, but we will teach you how to build your asset list in the right way in a software. Okay, so from here, we have the second important information, which is the location. So you have 4 levels of location that you can have. It's also in hierarchy. So means if I have just an example, Al Jadila children, the second first floor, then main room, then I can have also 4th level of location. Danny, is it mandatory for me to have all this location? Nope, only level 1 location is required. Okay, but you have the capability to distinguish and to put a detailed location in your system. Then not only the location in name, but you can also mark it if you have a lot of location across your country. So here you can mark your location on map and just put where is that specific equipment. Okay, then from the mobile application, they will also see where is that specific location it is. Okay, then we have a category which is only a group of assets. So this is only for classification. So we have HVAC, so it's a furniture, so I'll just put a furniture. So I have a chair. So if I have a furniture, I can put a second level, maybe it's a wood furniture, metal furniture, so anything that you want. As I said, we are a consultant, we can give you the best way that you can have. Okay, so status will be there. Is it an active, disposed? Is it lost already? It's under repairing, or it's idle at the site. Okay, then we have the simple description, model number, serial number, the responsibility of this equipment. Is it from property management or FM, and how critical is this equipment? Then my question, Danny, is why do we need to fill up all this information just to create one asset? The answer is no. The only thing that you require to fill up is those information that has mandatory or means with the red asterisk. Means those are the mandatory information. Description, model number, serial number is not mandatory required. So means it's an optional information alone. Okay. So now you can save your asset and it automatically create this equipment and you will go to the documents. In the documents, you can add n number of documents, unlimited of number of documents that is related to this equipment. Okay. In our system, there's a system generated document that you need to put. Is it mandatory? Not, but is it good? Yes. So what is that document? That document is the warranty. So the warranty will help you, or the system will help you to track all the warranty of your equipments. So you will not do any maintenance on those equipment that is under warranty. So it will automatically, our system will automatically tell you that this equipment is under warranty. Do you want to continue doing the maintenance? Yes or no? So it means we just need to add this warranty information, put the expiry date and issue date, and some description that you have, and you can just attach n number of documents. Okay, so means upload size must be less than 10 MB per file. How many files you can have? As I said, it's unlimited. Okay, then how many documents that we can add for each asset? You can add n number of documents. You can have the contract agreements, invoices, LPO, user manual, calibration. So all different kinds of documents that you have. So every time that you see this plus black button, it means it's a user-defined value. What I mean by user-defined value is it's up to the user how he will create his own data. So means just be clicking this one, add the information, new record, then that's it. You will have your new document type. Okay, so that will be in your documents. Now you have also the meters. So what is the use of the meters? I'll give you a very good example in terms when you can use the meter reading is for the vehicle. If your equipment is more on logistics and your main assets are vehicles, then you can put as an asset to your vehicle and you can track your meters. Maybe you want to track the running kilometers, and each running kilometers there will be a specific predictive maintenance that needs to be done. So all those kind of things can be done in our software. Okay, then a purchase information. Purchase information, you can add it here. So means everything that is related when you purchase this equipment, when is the purchase date, acquisition date, unit cost, acquisition cost, service start date, useful life, salvage value, supplier, and all this kind of information. You can put all this information. Is it mandatory? No, it's not mandatory, but you can have these specific fields for you to fill all the information that you required inside the software. Then the next one will be the custody. What is the meaning of the custody? The custody is the one who's accountable for this specific equipment. Just an example, if you're in a corporate and you have an office and you're giving laptops and phones to your employees, so you can give this laptop and phone to your employee and you can put this as a custodian of that specific employee, so that you can track at the end of the day, at the end of the month, if something happened with this equipment, if it's lost, if it's damaged, you know who's accountable for that specific asset. Okay, so that will be your custody. The next one is the custom fields. The custom fields, we are using this one so that the user can have its own field or any field that is required for him to track or critically track it. They have the capability inside the software. Means if I need to know what is the height of this asset, what is the color of this asset, it's very important for me to have a specific field for that one. Then you can just manage the custom field, change the custom field name to color, save it, then done. Now I will have a color, I'll put black. That's easy. Okay, so means you have 10 custom fields that you can use inside the software for each equipment that you have. Okay, so from here, that's the way that you will add an asset. Okay, so as I said, there will be 4 levels of permission. You can add, view, edit, and delete. So the first thing that we are discussing is how to add. So as I said, there's 2 ways how to add. You can add it manually or you can upload a file. Okay, so you can upload a file and it will be uploaded in bulk. The second permission that we have is view option. So in the view option, you just need to click the asset name and automatically it will show you all the information. Is it the same information that when you add a new asset? No. There will be different information added in this asset. So means if you're in the view option, you will see a depreciation information based on the purchase info that you add. Then you can have your sub assets. So these are the new tabs and features that you will see when you are doing view option. Okay, so you can have your sub assets if you create a multi-level of equipment. Work order history. So you will see what are the work orders that have been done with this specific equipment, and the spare part list. So means you don't need to create multiple reports just to know the specific history of that equipment. You can just go to that specific asset, view it. You will have to know. You will know the work order history, the spare part history, and all this kind of things. So means in this spare part history, you will know how many the consume, how much the total cost, and everything. Okay. So this is only the view option. So now when we go to back to the asset list and we need to edit a specific information, as said, it depends on the super admin on what kind of permission they will give you. If you have an add option and a view option, then you have also an edit option. Automatically, it's the same as viewing. But when you click the asset, it will automatically give you the view or the edit mode. So means you can immediately edit the information. But if you have only the view option, it will go only in the viewing. Okay, so that's the way that you will. That's the way it will work in all the features that we have inside the software. So now, Danny, you told me how to add, how to view, how to edit. Now, how can I delete? So how to delete an asset is at the end of the column. It depends on you. You can customize the column as per what you want. So you can click this delete option and it will ask you, are you sure you want to delete, and press OK. Our software will not let you delete in any type of the user. You cannot delete an asset if that equipment has a history already. Means we already done a work order, or there's already a work order for that one. There's a spare part that has been used. There's a PPM that has been scheduled for that. So those kind of things, it will prevent you to delete a specific asset. Okay, so when I can delete, or when I can use this delete option. So means when you created a new asset and you mistakenly create a wrong one, you can just immediately delete it because there's no history, there's nothing in that specific equipment. Okay, so as I said, then how can I, if I throw out an asset, what will happen? I cannot delete it. So means we have an option and additional features in terms of equipment tracking, which is you can see at the top corner. Okay, so we have an asset transfer, reconciliation, disposal, and some other information or features, which is if you can auto generate an equipment. Okay, so from here, so you can see that there's other features that is more related to the asset information, asset list. Okay, so before I move on to the asset transfer module, I'll just want to show you the asset tagging part for this. Okay, so as I said it from the beginning, so you can also do, or you have the capability to do your own asset tagging or putting the sticker on your equipment. How to do it? You can just put your assets in your list, and by clicking this button, you have the capability to print the tags. So I'll just take one asset, I'll just filter it. So I have one asset that I want to tag. I'll just click this one. This button is the QR code button. Generate the asset QR code, then download the file. Once it's downloaded, it will give you a PDF file which contains the equipment tag that you can print to any special printer that you have. Okay, so means there will be a tag printer in the market that you can use, and it will be this output. Now the question is, can I modify the design of that tagging, of that tag? Yes, we are giving you option on that one in the super admin also. So means you can modify also the QR code design in terms of what you prefer. Okay, so what I'm saying is you can just have all your QR code tags, then tag it in your equipment. So that's the way. So means now what the next question that we have is, what will be the benefit of my QR code tags if I've done my own tagging? That will be, I will be discussing that one in the later stage. Okay, so the first thing is we have the asset list. Now we already added one of the master data that we require inside the software, which is the asset list. So now we can do also a different feature in the asset list, which is the asset transfer, which means if you want to transfer one equipment to another, one location to another location, you can just use this asset transfer tab. Means if you want to know the history, okay, I need to know before this equipment was in site 1, but it was in the site 5 already. So means I need to know where's that one, okay, where it came from, why it was transferred. So those kind of information, you can use this asset transfer tab and track all those history. Okay, then reconciliation. So what is reconciliation? Asset reconciliation is a physical verification. So you know that in the market, one of our main issue is having a lot of assets that cannot be tracked. In terms of example, I have 500 computers in my asset list. The question right now is, do you really have 500 computers right now in your in your company or on site? So those are the questions. So means we are using this reconciliation tab to do a physical verification, because you already have the asset list and you already have the detailed location in it. So what we are doing is we are creating a reconciliation or a physical verification task that you can give to your team, and they will do the reconciliation or physical verification. Either they will check it manually or using the QR code tags that you put using the capability in our software, which is the QR code tagging tab. Okay, so this one. So means once you have the equipment as has been tagged and you want to reconcile all those kind of thing, all those assets, then you can just use this reconciliation tab and check if you have really existing assets from your list to on site. So you can see from this, I have a 7 asset count, means I selected 7 assets to be checked. They reconciled only 6, so 1 is missing. So I need to see if it's missing or if it's lost or it was taken away by some guys. Okay, so that will be the use of your asset reconciliation. The fourth one is the sales and disposal. This is the thing that I told you a while ago. So means if you throw away an equipment, you just need to have something in our software to dispose an equipment. So, but in disposing, you have some information that is required to be filled. Just an example, what is the date of disposal and what is the reason of the disposal? So that when you check why this equipment was disposed, and you will see who disposed it and what is the reason why they dispose it. Either it's damaged, it's lost, or maybe it's already out of the useful life. Okay, so those are the additional features that you can use inside the asset module. Another thing is, as I said, is the auto generate asset. So means if you don't have if you have only the asset list or the asset count and you don't have a proper QR code structure, we can give you, or we can as a consultant, we can give you the best way to do the asset coding, and you can use this auto generate assets. Just put how many assets there will be. Like example, I have 100 chairs. Just click OK. 100 chairs will have automatically the information, same information but different codes. Okay, so that will be for your first master data, which is the asset module. As I said, what is the asset module? Asset module contains all your equipment and machineries that needs to be tracked and maintained. Okay, the second master data that we have is the inventory. So this inventory contains all our inventory items. So means these are the spare parts, consumables that we are using to maintain our equipments. So from here, I have just an example, a bulb, FCU motor, control PCB for fridge. This is spare parts, okay? So now, what is the key features that we need to know in terms of your inventory model? So what are the key features that I will tell you is, first thing is the multi-store. If you have multiple stores and you're putting your inventory items in multiple branches or in multiple locations, you have the capability to check them or to track them. So means you can see right now that my store is all, and I will have a multi-store in terms of this one. So example, I need the Dubai store only, search it, then you will see only Dubai store. I need to know Abu Dhabi store, and I will see only Abu Dhabi store. Okay, so from here you can easily track all your spare parts in terms of location also. Okay, so what are the things that we have in this inventory module? So first thing is, as I said, we have 4 level of permission. We can add, view, edit, and delete. So first thing is add option. Add, we can add it one by one, and we can upload it in bulk. View, just clicking the item name, and we will have a view option for this one. What are the information that you can add? You can put the cost, the reorder level value. Means if you want to keep a specific value or a specific quantity in your store, you can put that threshold value, or what we call a reorder level value, so that you can make sure that you will always have that specific item in your store. Okay, then we have also the supplier manufacturing information, and those kind of like how many stocks that you have and how much the item costs. Okay, so those kind of information you can track in each spare part that you have. Okay, the same thing, we have an item number, is which is the unique number of all their inventory item. Okay, so this is the second master data that we have in our software right now. Okay, in terms of additional features in our inventory module, we have the item issue return, which is used by your storekeeper, because yes, we need to know how many use, okay, how many use spare parts for each work order that we have. That one we can track in the work order. But now I need to know when it was issued and who issued it. Okay, so you can see from here, you can use this item issue or return if you have a storekeeper that controlling and managing your stocks or your inventory items. So they can do issuing of your equipments. They will just put so that everything that is going out or going in inside your store will be tracked. Okay, then we have the supplier, you have the manufacturer list. So means this is my supplier list, this is my manufacturer list. The purchase request means and stock replenishment. So Danny, do we have a full purchase workflow in this one? No, we don't have a full purchase workflow in our CMMS software, because we make sure that we will be only managing more on the maintenance point of view. So means the maintenance department or the engineering department will use only the purchase request and will automatically link or send an email to your procurement department for what items you want or you require to be purchased. Okay, so means from here we are creating an email notification or email integration to your supplier, to your what we call it, to your procurement department, so that they will know that you require this 1, 2, 3 items. Okay, so what? But because as we know that most of the company in the market right now, they have their own ERP software that used for tracking all their finances, means for procurement, for sales, all this kind of things. So means we don't want to go in their world, which we just need to focus more on the maintenance point of view, which is mainly they are just doing the purchase request. Okay, so means in the purchase request, we can just have the purchase request created. Once it's approved by the manager or the maintenance manager, it will automatically create an email to your procurement department. Then the procurement department will see that what are the items that they require or they requested. So those kind of things. Okay, then now when the item is already processed in your ERP software, then the items already are received by your storekeeper will just create a stock replenishment. That stock replenishment can be created from a confirmed or approved purchase request. So means what they will just put is I received 10 bulbs and 2 of them are damaged. So 8 is already received. So all those kind of information. So means it will increase your stock of your inventory. Okay. So means you have the purchase request. From the purchase request, you will have the stock replenishment. Okay. So any other question, I will be answering it later after the demo. Then you have also the stock transfer. The stock transfer is transferring from one location to another store. So means one store to another store. Like example, I have Dubai store. I want to transfer 10 FCU motor from Dubai to Sharjah. Then you can just transfer. So what are the items that you have transfer? Then I transferred cartridge 50 quantity. So those kind of things. Okay. So this is the second the master data that we have inside the software in terms of our first group module. Okay. So the third module that we need is the personnel module. As I said, the personnel module composed of two things, outsource and in-house. So outsource are the subcontractors, and in-house will be the in-house people who's doing the maintenance in terms of under our labor contract. So means subcontractor, I can put nth number of data, nth number of subcontractor who's doing the maintenance for other of my equipment, such as, just an example, for lift or elevator, for all those kind of like pest control, or maybe you are doing some subcontracting soft maintenance. Okay, so those kind of things you can put it here. So what are the information I will put in my subcontractor? So it's very basic. You can just put your contractor information, then you can put the contact person, then the documents. That's it. What is the use of the documents? We are giving you also a report, and in dashboard you can track also the expiry of some of the documents that is necessary for this contractor. Just an example, agreement. So if you have a contract agreement, you can have that one. Okay. So the second module that we have under personnel module is in-house. So in in-house, we have crew one, crew two, just an example, then all this kind. So means, what are the information that I can put in my in-house personnel? So the first thing that you need to configure is what we call the shift and leave, that you can see the second tab. The shift and leave is like a mini HR software, which we are just put, there will be a shift of morning shift. In under the morning shift, what will be the working time? So is it Sunday to Saturday? What time? And what is the off day? So if it's night shift, what is the day and time? 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. And what will be the off shift? So all those kind of things. Then once you add all this information, you have also the capability to add your leave. Okay, so this will be your leave. So in the leave, you will have public holiday, sick leave, emergency compensation of annual leave. Then you, as I said, this leave, it's up to the user, means to the admin, what are the leaves that he wants to create, and it will be automatically at holiday or off to his employee. So what is the use of having this one is because we have the scheduling feature that I will show to you later on, that will help you to do your scheduling of work order, who will be free on this time, who's not free on this time, so those kind of things. Okay, so what are the crew information that I can have is same thing. I had an add option, view, edit, and delete. So means I can add new one, I can edit. So right now I'll just edit. So the same thing as add. There's no additional information. So just the basic information, you can have a crew or he's a supervisor, is an employee type, which it can be an in-house or coming from a subcontractor. Okay, if it's coming from a subcontractor, you need to put whose subcontractor is that one. Maybe it's coming from a manpower subcontractor. What is the address? So right now I'll just put in-house, then phone, email address. So email address is used in two ways. It can be an official email so that he can receive an email notification every time that you give him a work order, or you can set you can give any dummy email that will be used for a username. Okay, then we have a password also. Password is, this will be used in terms of their mobile application login. That I will show to you later on when we go to the operation and maintenance module. Okay, then the status, then we have click next, then we will have the skill. We can put your skill or what we call the designation itself. Is that a technician? He can be an electrician also. So you can put multiple skills of your in-house employee. What's the team? They can have a mechanical team, you can have a building maintenance team, it's up to you. Then the salary also needs to be there. This is the salary per month. So how much will be his salary? Currency, you can add the way that you want. You see this plus black button. So how much will be his salary? Why we need the salary is because we are computing or calculating the maintenance cost. So even though he worked for a minute, he worked only for 2 minutes, we still need to know the labor cost of that specific maintenance. Okay, so next one will be the documents. If he has some driving license, engineering license, you can track all those documents that they have. Okay, then the shift. So what is normal working hours? What is his maximum working hours as per the law that you have or as per your company policy? Okay, then you can put the shift and what is the leave details. So it will reflect also in their scheduling module. Okay, now we are done with the master data. So we already give you, we already added all the master data. Now we can move to the operation and maintenance modules. Okay. So in operation and maintenance module, we will start with what we call unplanned maintenance. So unplanned maintenance is coming from a request to a work order. Okay. So if you're in FM industry, if you're in hotel industry most of the time is the request is coming from your engineers or it's coming from the front desk, it's coming from your kitchen staff, so all those kind of things. Okay, so means in the work order module we have the work request and the work order. Okay, so in the work request we can give access to what we call the requester. So if you remember, I told you there's a fourth user in our software, which is what we call a requester user. So these users are the one who's sending their requests. So their request can be sent using our mobile application and the web application. Okay, in the web application they will only see the request that they created, the same thing in the mobile. So means this is the mobile application that they will see. You can see my screen right now. I have two software. Aladdin main software, which can be used by the manager or the crew, and the other one's the requester. So the requester will just click that. What he will see first is a dashboard or a graph, okay, that shows them the percentage of how many requests that he has, and out of those requests, how many that are pending, canceled, completed, etc. Okay, so you can see that I have pending requests from here. So from here, I can see how many canceled. Then I can just click. I can see why they canceled it. What is the reason that they canceled it? So I can see history, the details, all those kind of things. Okay. So cancel reason, you can see that XXX or something. So now, first thing is, how can I add a request? Before I can track a request, I need to know how to add a request. How to add a request is the same thing as other features that we have. You can go to the sidebar by clicking the top left corner, which is the three horizontal line. You will see your sidebar contains the word request and the profile. You can click the word request and you will see add option at the bottom right corner. So this click add and you can have your scan asset, record voice message, take a picture or a word request. Means you have 4 ways to create your word request. First thing, scan an asset. Okay, if you remember, you can do your own tagging of your equipments. So means they can scan the asset automatically. The asset that the request that they will create will be directly to that specific equipment. Or let's say you can have your voice message to be recorded or take a picture. So means the first thing, I can just record my voice message. Sorry. Hi, this will be a sample word request. This is for my AC unit. My AC unit is leaking. So can you come please and please it's urgent. Thank you. Then stop the request. Okay. So means automatically the voice message will be recorded and you just need to fill some mandatory information. As you can see, what is the work request type? It's a AC maintenance. So this work request type is also created by the normal admin or the maintenance manager or the maintenance team. Then what is the asset? If I don't know the asset, maybe I know the asset. It's AC condenser unit or AC unit. So I'll just put the condenser unit for just an example. I will see if there's some active work requests that are still pending on that specific equipment. What is the priority? It's very critical. Now, can I add the picture? Yes, you can add the picture, Danny. So I'll just add this image. Okay, can I take it from a camera? Yes, if you add an image, then you can just use this camera option and you will use your camera to take a picture. Okay, so how many images I can attach? It's unlimited. You can attach unlimited images that you want. Okay, so means now I created already the request. I click create button, and that's it. So means we are making sure that the user will feel very flexible in terms of the software features, because we don't want the users of the requester application to feel that it takes long for them to create a specific request. In less than 30 seconds, they can create their work request. Okay? So means they don't need to update you, they don't need to call you, they don't need to email you at all in terms of their work request. They can track their work request, and you can see it from here. This is the one that we created. ACA is not working, water is leaking. So from here, you can see a work request, which is that HVAC condenser unit main building. This is the one that we created. Or you will have also a pop-up notification that is showing you there's a condenser unit that is have an issue and a new work request is created. What time? 11:54. Okay. Then I can just click this one, edit it. Now I'm the coordinator or the maintenance manager. I will see the record voice message or even take show the picture that is attached. The thing that I will do is just approve and save. When I save it, it will automatically go to the work order. So means your request will be converted to a work order. Now just fill some mandatory information like estimated time, what is your work order description. So work order description, it is a VIP client. Then work type, it's an emergency. So what date I want to do it by today? I'll give it to Mr. Crew One. Can I give multiple person? Yes, you can give to multiple person. So I can give to Crew One, Crew Two, Crew Three. So I'll just give it to Crew One. Then priority is high, it's not mandatory. I can tell you don't need anything, so I don't know, I'm the coordinator, so that's it. So you can just click save, then you already create your work order. Now your work order has been created and allocated to your personnel. So your personnel will receive a notification that he has a new work order. As you can see here, I have 3 notifications already from Aladdin. So means this is a login, and I will automatically see that I have a work on my 11th of February. You will see from here that I will have red color of that specific day because one or more than one of my work order is not completed. Okay, so if I want to go in January, I will see multiple day that is red, which means there's a work order that is pending, and I will see green if my work orders on that specific day is already completed. So let's go back to the February. We can see there's one. I can click and I can see this. This is the perspective now of the in-house guy. So the crew guy or the technician will just use his mobile application, click the work order, checked it. It is a VIP client, all the information that you already add. You have the image. Okay, that's it. That's fine. Okay, I need to have a spare part. I need a bulb. So bulb will show also. Then I can just put how many bulbs you need. I need 5. Just an example. Okay. Then when he put 5, he will go to the storekeeper. The storekeeper will use the issuance tab. Then he will issue the specific spare part. But the first thing that he will do as a crew is he will use the start button. When he started the work order, automatically his time is counting. Okay, so we will know automatically what will be his actual time of doing the maintenance. So you can see he can put on hold. Maybe there's a reason it's on hold. The tenant is not inside, or the tenant is not allowing him to go inside, or those kind of reasons. Or he needs his spare parts to come back. So those things he can put inside the software. Okay. Then he can also put complete. When he put complete means he already completed the job. He will just put complete without additional tasks. Okay, so that's it. Then I'll just click complete button. So you can see from the background that the web application received an automatic update in terms of what's happening in their system right now. So you can see that there's an in progress work, correct? So let's come back to that one later stage, okay? Now, when the crew completed the job, he will automatically go to what we call a completion form. This completion form will just to be given to the guy or to the tenant. Just an example, Danny. Then the contact number is this. Remarks, your guy is good. Okay. Then just a signature. That's it. Then click update button at the top right corner. Automatically, the manager or the coordinator will receive a completed status from the system. So that's it. So means there's no verbal communication that can cause a lot of issue in terms of maintenance, and there will be no untracked maintenance anymore. So means even though there will be some maintenance that they keep it on hold and they need the spare part, they are waiting for the spare part, they can still track it from the old days because they need to make sure that all the work order is completed for each specific day. Okay, so you can see it from here. So this is the way that they will use the mobile application for the crew. So now as the manager, the only thing that you need is just to click and check if the work order is completed and how much time they use to complete the work order. As you can see, they use 1 minute just to complete the work order. View work order time history, the crew one from 11:58 a.m. to 11:59. 1 minute only they consume. So as I said a while ago, in any other way, we need to compute their labor cost even though they work for a minute or 2 minutes. So from here, now you can create the service report. Danny, how can I create a service report and print it out? So you have this button at the bottom and click it. You will have the service report. Can I have my logo here of my company? Yes. You can have your own logo. You can have your own information in this one. But this will be your work order service report. So means you know who's the requester, what is the asset information, what is the work order information, what are the spare parts that I will use, who's the crew, work order notes, and some customer remarks, your guy was good, and the signature itself. If any attachment, it will be in the second page. Okay, then you can print this one and that's done. So that will be for the work order or unplanned maintenance. Okay, so means everything will be done inside the software from the request to processing the request or approving the request, then giving it to your guy or to your on-site team, finishing it on site, then that's it. Okay, then we can go to the planned preventative maintenance. It's the same thing, so means we can just create a PM task. So what is this PM task? This PM task is the recurring configuration that you need to add inside the system for your preventative maintenance. So you are just telling the system that for my booster pump or for my FCU, I need a recurring task every month. What are the things that I need to do? Just an example, I'll just open one. So from here, you will have your checklist, you will have your asset. So means you will put your information. I'll select the one booster pump. Then I can put what is the frequency, when I will start it, how frequent, it's quarterly, every 1 quarter, PM and date, when I want to finish this one, or what I mean to stop procuring it, who's the crew that can be allocated automatically so that I don't need to allocate every time it's automatically recur. Then what is the checklist? This is the only difference that we have inside our PM task. Okay, now we have the checklist from here, which is the work instruction. So means what are the things that he needs to do in terms of that PPM, how much time, and what are the items that they need. So that's it. So once you created this for all the assets that requires PPM, it will automatically generate inside the software. Okay, so means if it's quarterly, I want to start on 001, it will start on 001, and every quarter it will create. Okay, so now PM generated. So the PM generated will be, this is all the work, actual work order that you are giving to your team. So means it will be reading from the PM task. So once the PM task has been set, it will generate all the works in this tab. So you can see PM task number. From this PM task number, it's a monthly PPM for an AC, edit it. So I will see it from here. What is the selected asset? Then it's completed. Let's say I'll put it again scheduled. So all the information, description, priority, what is the activity type. So what is the schedule of this? You can see the due date, which is the date that should be done. Then who's the crew is doing it. Then I can just remove the checklist just for renewing it. Then that's it. Then I will give a new date on, let's say on 12. What time? 11 a.m. Save it. Then it will go again to your crew. This is January. I'll move to February. Now you can see 12. So you can see it's already completed because we already put the completion form for this one. So if they click this one, what will be the difference is it's all the same information, but the only change is there has a work instruction. So means they can view instruction, they can tick completed this one, then they can put some notes within it, and they can just update. So this is the one, then change the filter, then close it. So this is a work type of preventative maintenance. They can add an attachment. Then they can put also, they use how many quantity of spare parts. Then that's it. But the first thing that they need to do in all the work orders is to start it. So once they started it, they just need to update if any changes that they made inside the software. Just an example for attachment, for the view instruction, then just click update. Then they can already complete it. So once they completed it, they can put the completion form, which means they can ask also their supervisor to sign it that they already completed the job, or just skip it. So means it's not mandatory to fill the completion form if it's not required. Okay, so that's the way that we will be using for the PPM. So means once it's already completed, I will see a print button that can print my PPM work order service report. So I can see the work order information, the spare parts that is allocated, and the checklist. So it's all the same. The only thing now is difference. You have the checklist from here. Okay, you can see check the filter, check the coil temperature reading, then order remarks. So everything will be managed by our software in terms of the maintenance. Okay, then we have the third tab is what we call the meter update. This is like a meter reading only. If you remember, I gave you the asset module. In the asset module, you can have multiple meter in terms of your equipment. Just an example for the vehicle. You want to track the running kilometers, you can have that one. Okay, then it will go to the meter update. Fine. So that will be for your PPM. As of now, I'm giving you a top level view of what we have inside the features. But as I said, we have a lot of features that can be discussed. We have a lot of features inside the software that will really benefit you. And if you have any question related to any module, I can just show it to you later stage. Okay. Then after the PPM, we're done already with the work orders. We can go to the scheduling. Once you already generated all your work orders, if you want to see the schedules, okay, for February, I have only 2. That's it. Then if I want to have a weekly view, daily view, then you can have it. So I want to know only for specific crew, I can have it also. So right now, you can see that for this specific crew, you will have grade item because if you remember, you are putting the shift for this guy. So I can also add, you can see the schedule work. This is what we call a calendar. When you click schedule work, it will go to what we call a scheduler. From here, I can reallocate some work. So means these are my new work orders that is not assigned.
So I can just put this one to any specific day, just drag and drop. Now I have my work order for my secondary pump. It will be on red. If there's no assigned personnel, I just give it to this guy. Or I need to know my mechanical team. So means if I use mechanical team as a filter, it will show me all my mechanical team. It's nothing. So I'll just put all. Then I want only my mechanic. Sorry, I'll just put general ID. So I have crew 3. So it will just show you the calendar of that specific. So if I have carpenter, I will see crew 6, weekly view, I have seen Hamada. So you will see from here, it's a weekly view. So means from 09 to 15, this is this weekly view. Hamada also from 09 to 15. So I want only all, then it would be all also. Okay, schedule view, then that's it. Okay, now you can use this scheduling if you have a lot of work order that you need to reschedule, that you need to allocate to a person, so all those kind of things. Okay, now we can go to the third part, which is the reporting module. So we've done already the O&M module in the top level view, then we can go to the reporting module. The reporting module will be only in the dashboard and the reports. So means anything that is related, like example, I have a work order. What will be my, how many per work order type? I have one preventative, I have emergency, how many completed, how many scheduled. If I want to know from last month, I can just change it to last month. So everything will be changed from last month. Then I can see all those, how many maintenance costs that I have. Total is 10.7 AED. So this is sample data only. So you can see that work order backlog, how many. So all this kind of KPI that will help you to know how many preventative maintenance that you have and how many unplanned. Total of your work order is X number. Then from here, 10% of them is PPM, 90% of them is unplanned. So means it's very bad in terms of your unplanned maintenance, because as we know, we are doing the PPM to prevent the unplanned maintenance, or what we call corrective or reactive maintenance. Okay, so we have also the resource utilization for last month. So different kinds of KPI that will give you a glimpse of the information of what's happening inside your software. Okay, then we have the dashboard. We can have also the reports. In the reports, we have work order, personnel, asset, inventory. Means I have multiple reports for asset, for work order, for the personnel. So those kind of things. Just an example, in the work order, I will have for corrective and unplanned and for PPM. Here I can click the PPM summary report and I will see, I'll just clear this notification. I'll just select this one. I want monthly, from what date to what date. Apply. Then you will see from here. So you will see from this assets that you have in hierarchy, because this is in hierarchy. So B306, chilled water, this one. So you can create also location as your asset, and it will show you as this way. So B Shuwala. So means I will see from here what will be my, so you can have it here. Okay, so means for January, for February, then you can just scroll until March or anything. Okay, so this is the monthly only. So you want only from this date to this date, but if you want for the whole year, it will show you for the whole year. Okay, so that's the last one for the report module. As I said, everything that we input should have an output. Then we can have also the help button, which contains all their manuals. So means if I want to know the crew and get all the information, I can have this crew mobile application, and I will see what are the information that I have and how can I use the mobile application of the crew. Okay, from the start that you download it from the App Store or in Google Store, then from the time that you can use it. Okay, so you will see all those information that I showed you a while ago. As I said, I just showed you the top level view. what are the other information that you can do, or let's say what are the tasks, the other tasks that you can do in the mobile application. All of them will be in our manual. Okay. So that's it. This will be the final module that we have in Aladdin demo and inside the CMMS software. So any question that we will have, I will be giving like a 15 minutes time so that everyone can answer or anyone can give their questions, and it will be answered using the software also. Okay. So you will have a section which is specifically for questions. So you can just type it there and I will be answering it. Okay. Anyone has some question? Miss Yvonne, Miss Lisa, Miss Sina, Mr. Malik, Mr. Muhammad. So any question, you can just type on the question field and I will be answering it. Is everything is fine? In the chat. Okay. No. Hi, Mr. Malik. Yes, do you have any questions, sir? Mr. Muhammad? Miss Yvonne? Miss Lisa? Miss Tina? Any question? Okay. I think there's no question right now, and everything has been explained in the right way. And if you have any question and you thought about like adding our software, as I said, it will be a very added value in your maintenance world or maintenance team. And if you have a other question in related of how can solve your challenges in terms of your maintenance process, so just send an email or just discuss with the sales team that you are discussing with. Then we can just answer all those kind of things. Okay. So thank you so much for joining my demo. And as I said, if anything that you have or any question that you will have, just send us an email and we will be answering all those kind of things. Okay. Thank you so much, guys, and have a good day. Thank you.